Chainsaw, Leatherface, Sweet, start the show. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience. Audience. Fears. How art is thou? I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Coffee first. Right over here. In my famous Lefties mug that my good friend Larry gave me. So Larry, I think this is the first time, maybe the second time I've used this on camera. So Larry, I appreciate it so much that you got me this, buddy. Bottoms up. Ah, good old coffee. All right. Wow. Damn. That stuff is strong. Well, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you guys are doing fantastic, my friend. I got my Thunder Run shirt on, made by my buddy, my pal, Lord Visions. So heck yeah. I'll tell you what, everybody in the community, they treat Fears very nicely, and I can't thank you guys enough. I appreciate all my loving and loyal fans out there. I appreciate the likes. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the channels are growing. Channels are growing. And I'm going to tell you guys, doing the in real life live streams have been helping. So big shout out to my friend Pixel for helping me out. Healthy snack tonight. Some celery. Hell yeah. So whenever I get some more subs, well, I've been getting more subs because of the in real life stream. Excuse me for a second. Somebody messaged me. Anyway. So yeah. So I'm really excited. So my goal is to... I thought I was going to sneeze. Whew. Anyway. My goal is to try to get to 2,000 by the end of this year on the vlog channel, and my goal is to hit 3,000 on the main channel, because, man, we're so close. We are so close, guys. I can feel it. I can feel it. But anyway, I appreciate the support. Work was good. We only had 36,000 last night, so a very, very short night. Because, man, the last couple of nights it's been 40,000, 45,000, 42,000, you know, and then it drifts off. And that always happens. Always happens. Always around a holiday. Because we got the 4th of July coming up, and I should have it off. I should have it off. But all the way up until that, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, today's topics. We're going to review 4 films. So you guys already saw one. I finally got through the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, so we got through this. And then today I watched the first Rush Hour, so we're gonna review Rush Hour 1. And then I did not get to review Little Mermaid and Mary Poppins the other day. So that's the 4 movies that we're gonna tackle today. Then we're going to do the top 10 4th of July events that you can do on the actual holiday. And then I found some 4th of July games that you and your family can play. And then I'm going to go over my August vacation plans with you, and that'll call it a day. Now, I don't know if Lantern is streaming tonight. I think he is, because I asked him, and I got both answers. He said, well, maybe I'm going to go hang out with my family and go watch the fireworks today. And I said, oh, okay. But then last night I asked him, hey, are you streaming? And he said, yeah. So I don't know what to believe. Maybe it's both. So we'll see. We shall see, my friends. All right, let's open up the chat. There we go. There we go. I'm going to put the link in the Discord, and we're off to the races. So just give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Hope you guys are having a good day. I've had a really good day. I got a lot done. I didn't get the whole vlog done. I'm so close. So if Lantern does stream tonight, I'm going to be editing that vlog more, and then I'll probably come in a little later. So, yeah. Anyway, so let me just drop the link in the chat, in the Discord for everybody, and then we're good. So, let's see. Yo! I am live, so come and hang out with Fears live right now. Okay. And let me just drop the video in the Discord. There we are. And another thing I need to work on tonight is I need to work on I'm finally calm now. What's up, Sega? What's up? How you been, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see the Sega Camp gamer and Wear Camp. Heck yeah. Well, let's call Sega and see how he's doing. All right, hang on. Let me call Sega. See what he's been up to. Good old Sega Camp. Give me 1 second. Sega, I'm going to call you. I'm live streaming right now, buddy. Sega. Uh-oh. Sega! No, please don't. Okay. All right, Sega. Oh, hang on. Sega's calling me. Sega, what's up, man? How you been? I just went live like 2 minutes ago. What's going on? What happened?
Oh, nothing. I just don't know why you had to do a video call right when you go live. Like, really?
Well, I mean, you said hi, so I thought maybe Sega wants to be in the live stream. So yeah. So Sega, check out these videos that I watched. I watched a few days ago. I watched Mary Poppins, The Little Mermaid, and then today I watched Rush Hour 1, and then last night I watched
Little Mermaid.
And then last night I watched the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Sega, have you ever seen this?
I've heard of it, but no.
It's nuts. It's nuts.
Why did you watch The Little Mermaid? I think.
You know why?
To the remake.
You know why I watched it, Sega?
To the remake.
Sega, I'm a big Disney fan, so I don't judge a book by its cover. You know, I love the original.
I didn't like the remake though at first though, but once COVID happened and I heard that Disney was going woke, I'm thinking to myself, oh
yeah.
boy.
Well, the thing is, Sega, I love the original Little Mermaid. I grew up on that. So I had to watch the remake to see whether it was good or not. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't judge a book by its cover. So I was like, it's either going to be good, it's going to be horrible, it's going to be crap. You know, I was like, what's going on? So how you been, though, buddy?
Me? Garbage. Garbage.
Well, I hope you feel better, my friend.
That little Mermaid remake, garbage with a capital fucking G.
Well, besides the remake, Sega.
And if people don't see me on camera, I'm giving.
Sega's doing that. Sega's doing that right now. Sega's doing this. Well, you know what, Sega? You gotta watch. If you're a big Disney fan, like I am, I go to the parks all the time.
You know what though, Fears? If there's a time though that I thought there was a golden age of Disney, it was back in the early to the 2000s. You know, the 90s basically. The 90s.
It was.
They were going through like a Renaissance era. We had Aladdin, The Little Mermaid.
Oh yeah.
Oliver and Company, I think, which came out around that time as well.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it might have been '89. I can't remember. I know. I also know that they did The Rescuers Down Under, and that was one of my first Disney movies. I really did love that movie as a kid. It was instantly became one of my favorites.
So Sega, so with me
Two
being
little mice going on this great big epic adventure, trying to save
That's
a
right.
boy from like helpless from being a helpless victim of like whatever. And you just and you'd be surprised about how much can be done by two little mice. Lots can be done.
Well, Sega, that's what I'm saying. Because I'm a big Disney fan, you got to watch the good, the bad, the horrible, the amazing. And I remember watching the old one, so I thought, I wonder if the new one's going to be any good. You know what I'm saying? And it was okay. It was all right. It wasn't spectacular, but it was all right. You know. Anyway, Sega.
To be fair though, we do have Lilo and Stitch on in theaters right now, and you know what? The live-action Lilo and Stitch remake still follows the original.
Nice.
Although at the same time, though, there is still. I'm not gonna go see it in the theaters, though. But seeing that the voice actor is Stitch who directed the original movie, coming back to reprise his role for the remake, thumbs up for that guy.
Now, Sega.
Back then, he directed it back then. And little did he realize, though, he was trying to find somebody else to do the voice. All of a sudden, though, Stitch was supposed to be a quiet character, but then he decided to finally give him a voice, and he couldn't find anybody to do the voice.
Now, Sega.
So he finally did Stitch himself.
Nice, good impression. Now, Sega, it's when I come to visit you, you gotta watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre with me. All right? It's a great horror movie. It's a great horror movie. Sega, you'll love it. You'll love it. You'll love it.
Maybe we'll do it before we go to bed at night. You know, get some horror movie.
Get
some horror movie juices going before we go to sleep.
All right, guys, you heard it. You heard it. When I come and visit Sega, we'll get the creative horror movie juices upflowing.
I did that with the Paranormal Activity movies. I think.
Yeah.
I got the whole quad trilogy, 4 movies. And every night I would sit down and watch these movies, get the horror juices going, and then right afterwards, when I was done, I would go out to bed.
So, Sega, I actually caught some of your stream today. I got some of your stream. Good video game play, my friend. I watched about 10 minutes of it, but yeah.
I tried to go through the whole season, but I just couldn't. Again.
No, I hear you. No, Sega, what did you have for dinner tonight?
I made some Caesar salad.
Nice. Did you put some chicken in it, like a chicken Caesar salad?
It was actually I should rephrase that. It was a chicken Caesar salad. It had little pieces of chicken already inside with the packaging. So yes, it did come with chicken already.
Well, Sega, I'm just eating some celery right now as a snack, because I already had dinner. So I'm trying to eat healthy. I had a salad and I had a.
And I'm eating some ice cream.
There you go. I wish I had some ice cream, buddy. If you ever come to Florida, Sega, if you ever come to Florida, I'm gonna take you to Disney, and I'm gonna get you a Mickey ice cream bar. Those are the best at the park.
Ooh.
At the park. So if you ever come, I'll take you to Disney. Disney ice cream bar is where it's at, my friend.
Oh yeah.
They're good. I've had them a couple of times. So yeah, I went the healthy route tonight. I had chicken noodle soup and I had a salad, and now I'm just munching on some celery, my friend. So yeah. Anyway, whenever you want to come on my vlog, on my live stream next, you let me know. So if you want to come on it this weekend, you let me know. If not, maybe next week sometime. But heck yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, buddy, I got a busy week next week. Next week's going to be fun because my family is coming to visit me. And Sega, I want to thank you, and I want to thank all of my fans for coming up with ideas. My family, we're going to be busy. They're going to be here for like 10 days, going nuts, my friend. And I'm going to tell you and the fans everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I hear ya.
It's going to be good. So I just want to say thanks to Sega and all my YouTube fans out there for making such great ideas. So heck yeah. All right, Sega, well, I'm going to let you go, man. I just wanted to call and see how you were doing and check up on you. How's work been?
Work's been good.
Yeah? Sega, what's the most popular movie that you're showing right now at the theater?
That's a good question. Hang on a sec.
And recently I went back to the theater, Sega. I finally got to see Ghostbusters, the 1984.
Well, we have Jurassic World Rebirth. That might be okay.
Okay.
Do you like Brad Pitt? We got this F1 Formula One racing movie.
Yeah, Brad Pitt's cool.
Okay. So yeah, he's trying to be like a Formula One driver for this movie and trying to be like the best there is.
Nice.
We have besides about Lilo and Stitch I mentioned, we also have another live action remake. How to Train Your Dragon. DreamWorks has decided.
See, I was never into how to train your, like, Leo and Stitch. That's cool, but I really wasn't into like How to Train Your Dragon.
And I wasn't into it either, though.
Nah.
This is going back. And you know what, though, Fierce? I actually have some history with this movie. This goes back to the year that I worked at the movie theater.
Oh, nice.
I got my job there at the movie theater. This movie was just came and it just bombed, and I want to say that it just exploded with popularity.
Nice.
It was one of the first movies that stayed a long time. It stayed for months.
Cool, buddy. Well, I just recently went back to the theaters and I got to see the original 1984 classic Ghostbusters, and I filmed it, Sega. I've only seen that on the big screen twice in my life. Twice.
You're lucky. I only got
So that was cool.
I only got to see the movie on VHS. I remember renting it a few times as a kid. Yeah. I saw the sequel too, and I actually watched the sequel more than the first one.
So yeah, so that's
anyway because back then though, the first one kind of terrified me for the scene when Walter Peck shut down the power grid.
So
you remember the scene, right? You
Oh,
know,
I do.
Comes in, turns off the power grid.
Sega, do you want me to quote it?
Evacuate out of there.
Do you want me to quote it, Sega?
Yes.
Shut this off. Shut this all off. I'm warning you. This can be.
I'm warning you. If you start shutting this all down, it's gonna be like dropping a bomb in the middle of the city.
Hang on, Sega. Let me quote it. I'm warning you. Turning off these machines can be extremely hazardous. Oh, I'll tell you what's hazardous. You're facing federal prosecution. Now, you either shut off these beams or I shut it off for you. And he's like, try to understand, this is a high-voltage laser containment system. Simply turning it off could be dropping like a bomb in the city. And he goes, and then he's like, don't patronize me. I'm not stupid like the people you bill. And then he's like, at ease, officer. I'm Peter Venkman. I think there's been like a short, misunderstanding, and I want to cooperate in any way. Forget it, Venkman. You had your chance to cooperate, but you thought it'd be better to insult me. Well, it's my turn, asshole. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Sega, I'm gonna let you go, but I'm glad. But hey, that's coming in my vlog.
Right after they finally shut it off.
They finally shut it off.
Over to Venkman, and he's just like,
oh yeah.
Goes like.
Oh yeah, it's a big boom. But yeah, so that's my latest. That's gonna be my latest thing, either in this vlog that I'm working on right now or the next vlog I'm working on. So you'll get to see it. You'll get to see it soon, my friend. I hope you resubscribe to my channel again one day, buddy. I really hope you do.
Maybe.
I'm not gonna pressure you, Sega. Whenever you want to resubscribe to my channel, you resubscribe.
Yes.
Anyway, you gonna hang out in the chat for a little while?
I'll try to.
All right, buddy. I'll see you later. Peace out.
Yep.
All right. Have a good one. Well, nice. That was cool. Talking to Sega with a little bit. There we are. We got 2 people in the chat. What's going on? I'm going to let everybody know that I'm live. I am live, everyone. So I hope to see everyone there. Let's hang out. Okay. And then I drop the link. I don't know if Lantern's live. Let me know if he's live. Let me know. It is Thursday. So they could already be at Lantern's show. But anyway, I'm gonna continue on. But let me know. Oh, there we go. We got 5 people watching. Nice. I just wanted to make sure. Well, I hope everybody's. I was literally like 2 seconds away from checking my phone. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys have a great. I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. And things are going well. Things are going good. Things are going great. All right. Let's start this off with a bang, my friends. There we are. Again, I don't know if Lantern is streaming, because he gave me both answers. He said, well, the other night I said, Lantern, I said, are you streaming? Like 2 days ago. And he was like, maybe I'm going to go hang out with my family and watch the fireworks. And then I asked him last night, I said, hey, Lantern, are you streaming? And he goes, yep. So I don't know what to believe. So we'll see. We'll see. All right. So. But anyway, let me know in the chat what you guys are doing for the 4th of July. Probably I'm just going to hang out with you guys. I'm going to do a little stream, you know, and then I'll probably watch some 4th of July movies. I'll probably watch Independence Day and all that stuff. And then, because I do get the night off. I asked my boss last night, I was like, hey, do I get the night off? And he was like, yeah, it's a national holiday. I was like, all right. I was like, well, I was just making sure. So it's pretty cool that I get it off. So really, I'm not going into work tonight because it's July 3rd. Going in, I always get that. So I'm going to get all of tomorrow off. And then I'll be back to work on July 5th. So yeah. So if Lantern does live stream, I can hang out with you guys more because I'm not going into work tonight because I have it off. Hell yeah. Yep. Oh, somebody messaged me on the Discord. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Hope everybody's having a wonderful night. I had a pretty good day. Very busy day. What are your topics for today? Well, come and hang out and find out. Come and hang out and find out. Anyway. There we go. All right. So today's topics are, I'm going to review those 4 movies. And then in honor of 4th of July, we're going to do the top 10 events that you can do around here, just in general, to do on the 4th of July. And then I found some 4th of July games. And then I'm going to tell you guys my August vacation plans. Man, I cannot wait for my vacation. Hang out with my mom. Go visit my dad. Play with Enzo in the yard. Enzo, take this yellow tennis ball. Chuck it across the yard. He loves those yellow tennis balls. So, yeah. All right. So, let's start with my vacation plan, shall we? So, August. Vacay plans. And this is all what I have planned so far. I don't have. I've got a couple things planned, but not everything. So there's going to be a few little things on the to-do list, but I'll probably add some stuff while I'm there. You know, so we shall see. Planned so far. So yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to check my my live stream. I was like, I hope it's not lagging. So yeah. That's why I played it real quick, just to check it out. All right, we're good. All right. We got 7 people watching. Cheers. Hey, Larry, I'm using your mug. Hell yeah. Check it out. I appreciate Larry getting me that. All right, so August vacation plans. Number 1, go visit my dad. So go visit my dad and my grandma, because I always get them nice flowers. All you know, all good, you know. Oh, what's going on with the live stream? Hang on, what the hell's going on? Let's see here. Something going on with the live stream? Hang on. What the hell is going on? don't know what the hell happened with it. Hang on. There we go. I don't know if the internet crapped out or what, but it's like the live stream froze for a second. Anyway. So, yeah. Okay, we're good. There we go. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that we were still live because I was like, fuck. All right, cool. We're good. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah. You're okay, Fierce. Okay, good. Good, Sega. I was like, it's raining outside, and it kind of froze for a second, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, am I gonna have to start over the live? I was like, fuck. All right, we're good. We're good. All right, so first one, go visit my dad and my grandma. That's for sure. I always get them some nice flowers and stuff. So yeah, number 2, gotta hit up some Emo's Pizza. Some Emo's Pizza. 3, I'm gonna hit the Toy Man Toy Show up because I already messaged my friend Chris and he said that it's gonna be a big show, a very big show. So I was like, I'm really stoked out of my mind for that show because Chris said, Fears, I think it's their 30th anniversary for the Toy Man Toy Show. And I was like, wow. It's either the 30th or the 40th because his dad passed away like in the 70s and 80s. And he gave it to Chris to take over the Toy Man Toy Show. And I messaged, I said, hey, Chris, I'm visiting my family soon. And he said, oh, well, Fears, there's a show in August. I said, well, I'm going to go to that show. And he said, well, Fears, it's going to be a big one because it's one of our anniversaries. And he either said it's the 30th anniversary for the Toy Man Toy Show because they've been doing it since the 70s. So it's either the 30th or the 40th. I can't remember what he said, but it's one of those. And he goes, Fears, if you want to come and film, that would be the one to come. He goes, because it's going to be fucking massive. Because usually the Toy Man Toy Show, it's already pretty big, to begin with. And I told that to Chris. I was like, well, Chris, your shows are usually big already. And he goes, well, yeah, I know, Fears, but it's going to be extra big because we're celebrating the anniversary. And I was like, fuck yeah, man. I'm like, I'm there. So, the Toy Man Show. Let's see. Sega says the live stream didn't go down. Okay, good. Good. Toy Man Toy Show. And probably when I'm there, I'm probably almost 10 times out of 12. 11 times out of 12. I always interview Chris, so I'll probably get an interview with him. And so that'll be good. So, and you guys usually like that toy show. So, that's a big one. That's one of the bigger ones that I go to. It's not the biggest one I've ever went to. Again, the biggest one I've went to is probably MegaCon. MegaCon for sure. That had over 100,000 people there, and I almost got a goddamn... I almost had 2 anxiety attacks. I had one, but I never want to go through that again. I'll go to it, but I never want to have another anxiety attack because, man, I couldn't catch my breath for a good 10, 20 minutes. So, yeah. Oh, shit. Pretend Story says, yeah, I need a preview. If you're going to do a top 10 Fears, then I'm going to pass this time. That's fine. If you want to pass on my live Pretend Stories, that's hilarious. I don't know. Pretend Stories, he's a little fucking weird. He says, hurry, Fears, hurry. Get your live going before Lantern. And then he shits over it, If you don't want to watch, you don't have to watch. My loving and loyal fans, if they want to watch, great. But Pretend Stories, if you want to shit on it, that's up to you. Most people like the top 10s, I don't always do a top 10, But it is what it is. Anyway. You can't please everybody. I try to. I try to. I try to please everyone, and, you know, it is what it is. Anyway. Sega says, Fierce, just do a classic quote. Which one do you want? What do you want, Sega? Do you want You're Gone? I can do that. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. You're gone. Yeah, what's up, Dave? Good to see you. Good to see you. Dave, you got any big plans for the, you got any big plans for the 4th of July? Because Dave is a vet. You doing any, you doing anything with your vet friends, Dave? Or are you going to a show? Are you going to watch some fireworks? Are you going to light off some fireworks? I think it's just going to be a chill night, Dave, for me. Because I don't have to go into work tomorrow. Hell yeah. Which is, I work the night, so I don't have to go in tonight going into the morning. I get all of tomorrow off, and then I'll be back to work on the 5th. Hell yeah, so I get it off. And I'll probably do a live stream for the fans. I'll probably watch some movies, work on a vlog, but nothing too big. Sega says, LOL, yes, you're gone, you're gone, you're gone. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Sega. I'm glad you enjoyed it, buddy. All right, let's see. Let's get back to this. So go visit my dad and my grandma, Emo's Pizza, Toyman Toy Show, which I'm really looking forward to that because it's, like I said, let me look it up. It's either their 30th anniversary or their 40th. Let me look it up. Because Chris said it's going to be a big one. It is going to be a big one. So let me just look it up real quick and I'll tell you guys. Yeah, Dave, Dave, you love Jeff's shows, right? Well, before I moved to Florida, my friend Chris, his dad used to own it, and then when his dad passed away, his dad gave him his Toyman Toy Show. That's what got me going into shows, really. Well, that's what got me going into toy conventions was Chris's show, because Chris's show is, my friend Chris's Toyman Toy Show is off the fucking chain, man. It is so good. And whenever I go visit my family, he's going to do one. And man, oh, it's so good. So let's see. Toyman. Let's see. It should be on their Facebook. Let's see. How many? He said he had a big poster of it. I'm sorry. I thought it started in the 80s. It started in the 90s. So his dad passed away a couple of years ago, and he gave it to Chris. So it says, the Toyman Toy Show, celebrating 35 wonderful years being in business and doing shows from 1990 to 2025 so far. So they're celebrating 35 years. I was close. I knew it was 30, 40, something like that. I was like, I know I'm somewhere in the ballpark. But, yeah, I was close. So, I'm definitely going to have to interview him about that. So, yeah. David says, usually stay home on the 4th because of traffic. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of traffic out there. Well, if I can, for my vlog, Dave, I'm going to go outside because normally my neighbors are going to let off some fireworks. Normally, 11 times out of 12 they do, so I can't believe they're not well, it's raining out. That's a good reason. If it wasn't raining, they would already start the fireworks tonight. But tomorrow, I don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So tomorrow night, I'm gonna be hearing fireworks like crazy. I'm gonna take the vlog camera out, do a little filming. I'm gonna try to get some fireworks. So yeah. So, yeah. Yep. So, Sega, let me ask you a question. Have you ever lit off a firework, Sega? Let me know. Let me know, buddy. Let me know. All right. Let's see what's next. Go visit Mom and Dad, Emo's Pizza, Toyman Toy Show. I'm definitely going to go shopping. Get some St. Louis merch. I always do. So I always get merch for my baseball team and my hockey team. So get St. Louis merch. The Blues hockey. Oh, yeah. And the Cardinals. Those are my two teams, my friends. So, yeah. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Dave said, I went to San Diego Comic-Con in '84 when they were just getting started. Oh, wow. That is awesome, Dave. That's fucking cool, man. That's fucking bitchin'. I bet that was a big show, Dave. I've always wanted to go to San Diego Comic-Con, and I've never had a chance. I've always wanted to. Give me 1 second. I need to write somebody. Something. Give me 1 second. Wow. Walter put a meme in the Discord and says that I'm Asian Fears. Look at that. Asian Fears. Nice. Nice. I'm going to save that meme. Well, thanks, Walter. I appreciate it. Yo, Bukaki, what's up? He says, damn, Dave, you're ancient. I wouldn't have called him that, but anyway. I mean, I'm getting pretty ancient too, Bukaki. I mean, I'm getting old. I'm going to be 42 this year. Oh, man. So, yeah. But, yeah. Anyway. Let's say it was actually a small event at the time. See, isn't that weird, though? It started. San Diego Comic-Con started little, like probably that much. Now it's fucking massive. Now over like 250,000 people. That's probably the biggest show of all time. That's where all the big celebrities go. Like, you know, that are in like big, like Gal Gadot's been there. The guy that plays the Flash, you know, in those movies, he's there. Brad Pitt's been to those fucking San Diego Comic-Cons. I've always wanted to go to that one because any of my friends that have went to San Diego Comic-Con said you can never finish it because it's that big. And I'm like, well, damn. I bet that fucker's huge. Anyway. Let's see. What else have I got? Go visit mom and dad. Emo's Pizza. Toy Man Toy Show. Go shopping. Get some St. Louis merch, Blues and Cardinals. Take my family out to dinner. Take my family out to dinner. And then I'll probably take them out to breakfast too, you know, because me and my mom always have a deal whenever I come into town. Some days she takes me out to dinner and breakfast. Other times we eat at my mom's house. And then sometimes I'll take out my brother and his wife and my mom and me and then I'll take them out. So, yeah. I'll be 60 in October. Not quite retirement age yet. Not yet. But you're almost there, Dave. You were almost there, buddy. So take my family out to dinner. Take my family out to breakfast. And I always have a request, Bukaki. Always. Whenever I come into town. My mom makes some of the best biscuits and gravy and pancakes alive. I'm like, Mom, do you think it's possible that you can make your world famous biscuits and gravy or pancakes or both? And my mom's like, of course. Anything for, you know, my baby little boy. And I'm like, well, hell yeah. Thanks, Mom. You're the best. Hell yeah. I cannot wait. It's going to be epic. It's going to be amazing. And then finally, my buddy Eric's Nerd Cave is complete. My buddy's Nerd Cave is complete. And he said, Fears, I got a full bar in there with booze. He goes, I got video games in there. I got the Ghostbusters up. I got the Ninja Turtles up. And then And then I called my buddy Eric. I was like, wait a minute, Eric, you're telling me the Nerd Cave is finished? He's like, all fears. It's been finished for about a month and a half. And I was like, yes. Here's the thing, though. Eric's kind of private. So I'm going to ask him when I come into town, Eric, I won't film you, but can I film the Nerd Cave? Because he refurbished his basement. He's got air conditioning down there. He's got tile floors with some carpet, new shelves, a pool table, a bar, a pinball machine, all of his nerd stuff. And he said, I'll think about it, Fears. So I'm wearing him down because I don't want to film Eric. I want to film the Nerd Cave because I've been telling you guys about it. If he doesn't let me film it, then whenever I do a live stream, I'll tell you guys what was in there. But I hope he lets me film it for the vlog. So check out my friend's Nerd Cave. By the way, shout out to Alex Bukaki. Dave, what's up, Vision? He says, do you want to party? It's party time. That's right. Party time. Party boy. Jump in the pool. Pool. Party. Dive in the pool. Dive in the pool. Check out my friend's Nerd Cave. I don't really have a name for my Nerd Cave. It's just Casa de Fears. Eric calls his the Nerd Cave, and then LC calls his the Collector's Lounge. That's what LC calls his, but I need to come up with maybe the Fears Pad. I don't know. I'll come up with something. Let's see. Bukagi says, you know what, Fears? You can't go wrong with some biscuits and gravy or pancakes. Not when, I mean, I agree, Bukagi, but my mom, she already is a good cook to begin with. But my mom got the biscuits and gravy recipe from great-grandma Fears. So, not grandma Fears, great-grandma Fears. And then my grandma perfected the recipe. And then once my grandma passed away, she gave it to my mom. And now my mom's perfected the recipe. And, oh my God, they're so good. They're good. They're good. They are good, my friend. All right, let's see what else. So, August vacation plans so far. Go visit my dad and my grandma. Put some flowers down because I always get them flowers. Emo's Pizza. That's a must. That's a given. Go to the Toy Man Toy Show because they're celebrating 35 years of being in business, my friends. Buy some St. Louis and St. Louis Blues and Cardinals merch because those are my two teams. We now have a football team. We didn't used to. Well, we used to, and then they moved to LA, so now it's the LA Rams. But for a while, we didn't have a football team. Now Eric, my best friend Eric, says now it's the St. Louis Blackhawks, but I've never seen them play. Not yet. So I told Eric to tape me a game, and he goes, Fears, I tape all the games. And I was like, good. So when I come into town, I'm going to watch them. And if they're good, then I'll buy some merch. If they're crap, then I'm not going to buy anything, you know? So, yo, what's up, Seamus? Do you plan on where do you plan on taking Sega? What do you mean? Sega's not coming next week. He's coming at some point, but he's not coming next week. You're misinterpreting the situation. I said, I'm going to go visit Sega sometime. Sega's not visiting me. The Crone's Cave. I like that. I like that. You know what? Crumbles, if I can't think of anything good, then yeah, the Crone's Cave it is. The Crone's Cave. That's good. That's good. I wish I would have thought about that. Nice. Or the Crone Zone. There it is. The Crone Zone. I was trying to think of something with movie props. I'll have to think of something. I don't know. I'll come up with something. I'll come up with something. All right, let's see what else. Check out my friend's Nerd Cave. I'm guessing the concert is still on with me and Eric because he hasn't said it. I just don't know. Visions, I need to call my buddy Eric and ask him what concert we're going to. Because he said, well, I may take you, Fears. And I was like, listen, I'm down for whatever concert you want. So, yeah. So, I'm going to put maybe the concert is still on. Because he hasn't said no yet. So, maybe a concert. All right. And then, of course, I got to go to Vintage Stock and I got to go to Slackers. Those are my two favorite stores. So, Vintage Stock. Visions, I'm not kidding. I already called the guy and said, hey, I'm coming in August. So I said, be sure to lay out every single Blu-ray gem you got. And he was like, Fears, I already know. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, I already know. Put out all the sci-fi shit. Put out all the horror shit. I said, yeah. I said, those lost gems. Those lost ones. Like, nobody watches them anymore. Anything from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 50s. Put them all out there, you know what I'm saying? So, Vintage Stock. Because the last time I bought like 20 movies, something like that. It was a lot. But anyway, my family is coming on the 10th here. So, I cannot wait. I think that's what you meant, Bo Seamus. I'm going to take them. They want to go to Disney, so I'm taking them there for sure. Besides that, oh, and they want to go to the beach. They want to go to the beach. But besides that, I said, I'm up for whatever you guys want to do. So, yeah. Let's see. Vintage Stock, Slackers. Now, I'll be honest. The last time I was in town, Slackers was slacking, man. No pun intended. When you guys watch the vlog, I only got like 2 Blu-ray gems from there. I got most of them from Vintage Stock. Most of them. Let's see. David says, party time. Excellent. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Dave, remember this? Be excellent to each other. Party on, dude! One of the greatest movies ever. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Awesome. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. It was alright. Excellent Adventure gets an A+. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey gets a B+. And then I rather enjoyed, finally, Bill and Ted Face the World. They finally achieved their dream and made everybody excellent on the entire world through their music. Finally. It only took them until Bill and Ted were in their 50s. So, but you know, sometimes greatness takes a long time. I would give the third Bill and Ted... The first one's always the best. Probably, I would give the third one a B+ too. I would give the third one a B+ too. But still good. All three of them are still good watches, but the original. And Dave, what's really cool is I went to film school with someone that was in... Oh, that's right. Not Face the World. Face the Music. I'm sorry. I couldn't remember what the fuck it was. Dave, you're going to love this. The person... We hired a bunch of actors. Our final project in school was we had to make a short film. I mean, with everything. With costumes, props, the whole 9 yards. And so I was in charge of finding out all the locations of where we could shoot, all the props, because I begged the director. I said, I love movie props. I'm like, can you put me in charge of finding the movie locations and the movie props? And I said, I just want one cameo. And he goes, Fears, you're going to be in it a bunch. And I was like, oh, really? And he goes, yeah. He goes, I need people in the background, so I'm going to stick you in the background. So I had like 4 or 5 cameos. And I was like, fuck yeah, man. But I got to sit in on some of the casting, and there was this lady. Her name was, I think her name was Sharon. And if you guys think I'm kidding, I'm not lying. I uploaded the photos on my Facebook. So, Dave, go on my Facebook and look. So one day she comes up to me and says, Fears, I know how much you like Bill and Ted. And I was like, yeah, I love that movie. She goes, well, prepare for me to blow your mind. And I said, what are you talking about? And she's like, I actually worked on Bill and Ted. I was like, whatever. I was like, no way. She goes, tomorrow I'm going to bring you proof, Fears. I was like, well, how are you going to do that? She goes, oh, don't worry. Don't worry. She goes, tomorrow when we're on set, I'm going to bring you some proof. And I went, okay. I'm like, so in my mind, I'm like, well, she's either pranking me or she really did work on it. And she was kind of an older woman because my teacher of my final class, he says the final senior project, he goes, I'm going to grade you guys on working as a team, making a big short film. Everybody has to have a job. It has to be done, edited, shot, and on my desk like 2 weeks before graduation. So, and we called our short film 5150. It was like this cop. It was like half a horror movie, half action adventure, like cop thriller. So she comes in the next day and she goes, check these out. So she gives me a white envelope. Bukaki, I don't know if you've ever heard of this story. I know I've told Visions this story. She hands me an envelope. She goes, there's the proof, Fears. And I was like, okay. I open it up. It's her, and she's got pictures of her with the cast and crew on the set. And she took pictures of her, Alex Winter, Keanu Reeves, in their costume, out of their costumes. And then she took pictures of her sitting in front of that convenience store, like moments before they shot, like Rufus coming down in the phone booth. She took a photo inside the phone booth, and then she took pictures of all the historical figures. And she goes, Fears, you can actually keep those photos. She goes, last night I made a copy of the photos. So she's like, I've got my originals at my house, and all the ones in that white envelope are for you. So I digitized them, and I put them on my Facebook. So I'm not kidding. If you guys want to look at those photos, they're on my Facebook. And I was like, Sharon? I'm like, it's not that I didn't believe you, but I'm like, she goes, well, it makes sense, Fears. I'm older than you, and the director hired me to be in your short film, because either the director put an ad in the Arizona newspaper, or our teacher did or something, but we got to actually get actors in our short film. So the director put some people from our class in it. Like, I had a few cameos. The director had a cameo. But he said, I want this to be like a real film. I want you guys to hire actors. And we had like a craft service table. We had props. We had sets. We had everything. And I helped build some of the sets. But my main function was my 3 or 4 cameos. I picked all the movie locations. And then I helped the other guy that was in charge. There was 2 guys in charge of props, me and another guy, and I helped him dress the set with all the props. So that was a lot of fun. And so I showed the guy that I was helping with the props. I showed him the fucking pictures, and he was like, "Where the fuck did you get these, Fears?" I was like, "Sharon." I said, I didn't make these. I said, Sharon. I said, Sharon gave me a copy of all these fucking photos. And he's like, wow, she actually worked on that. I said, well, it makes sense. She's in her 50s, and they shot that in the 80s. And he goes, that's fucking dope, Fear. I said, yeah. I said, I didn't believe her at first. I looked at her and said, whatever. Because it sounded too far-fetched. But those photos are on my Facebook if you guys want to check them out. So check them out. Anyway, let me catch up with the chat here before I continue on. Crumble says the Crone's Cave. I'm telling you, Crumbles, if I can't think of anything better for my nerd cave, I'll probably call it either the Crone's Cave or the Crone's Zone. I thought about that. Vision says, I'm not actually partying, Bukaki, just pounding some Ritz crackers and peanut butter. Oh, hell yeah, Visions. Now we're talking. Being an extra in a movie is fun. Well, yeah, Dave, you told me, remember in the live stream, Dave, at the convention, you said back in the day you got to be an extra because of your military background. What? Was it a TV show or a TV movie? It's in my live stream. Which one was it, Dave? Refresh my memory. But I remember you saying that, buddy. I remember that. But it was. But you actually got to be in an actual film. Ours was just a college project short film. It was still fun. I got to play 4 different characters. I played a dead body. I'm sorry. I played 2 dead bodies. I played a cop. And then I played like a gang member, and I had a mustache and a beard on, and I had a bandana and some other bullshit. So I got to play 4 characters. So hell yeah. Pretty cool. Let's see here. What does 5150 mean? It's a police code for something, Pretend Stories. I don't remember which one. I don't remember which code it was, but I didn't come up with the title. The director of our short film came up with the with the title because it was a police adventure. It was like half horror movie, half police action adventure, and he thought that code would make a cool title for our short film. So I didn't come up with it. Bukaki says peanut butter party, putting on the Ritz. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Now we are talking. What's up, Banjo? I don't know if Lantern is actually doing a stream tonight. I tried to call him twice. And I didn't hear anything. So he could be out with his family. But I don't really know. I do not know, because I asked him 2 days ago. I said, hey, Lantern, are you going live on Thursday? And he said, oh, maybe. I'm going to be out with my family checking out fireworks. Then I asked him last night, are you going live? And he said, well, first he said, I don't know. And then 2 minutes later he said, yeah, I'm going live. So your guess is good. I'll try and call him right now. I'm going to try and call him one more time. But I haven't heard from him all day. Which is usually rare, because Lantern usually either messages me daily or I get at least one call from him, at least. So, I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I have no idea. Anyway, let me try to give him a call. I don't think he's going to pick up. I think he's out and about with his family. So I don't even know. Fears may have to do an extra long live stream. But if you guys see him go live, you guys let me know. But anyway, let's see. Pretend Story says, nah, I'm out. You're losing me now. I don't know. Pretend Story's kind of being a dick. What am I losing you on something? I don't know. He's pretty fucking weird. He's pretty weird, Pretend Stories. You either want to stay or you don't want to stay. Anyway. So yeah, Banjo, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue. Anyway, let's get back to this. That's true, Crumbles. That is true. And then Seamus was like, I don't know, he was like, when are you going to hang out with Sega? I was like, I'm not hanging out with Sega next week. My family's coming. So I'm like, I don't know where the fuck he was going with that. I was like, my family's been planning to come for 8 months. So like, I don't know what the fuck you're on about. So yeah, Chad sometimes is a riddle wrapped in a mystery inside an enigma. Yeah. Well, he's either surprising everybody or he was pulling a prank on me because I asked him 2 days ago. 2 days ago. Hey, are you doing a 4th of July stream? Maybe I'm going to be with my family watching fireworks tonight. And I said, okay. I asked him yesterday, hey, you going live? I said, I'm going to edit my video for a little bit, and then I'll come and hang out with you and the guys later. I don't know. And I went, okay. And then literally 2 minutes later, Crumbles, he writes me and says, yeah, I'm going live. I'm like, all right, Lantern, cool. So it was 3 messages. I'm going to be with my family. I don't know. Yeah, I'm going live. And I was like, all right, well, just let me know, Lantern. Let me know, buddy. Anyway. So far for my vacation, I got go visit my dad and my grandma, emos, Toy Man Toy Show, go shopping, take my mom out to dinner, take my whole family out to dinner, take my mom and my whole family out to breakfast. Because we alternate. Sometimes my mom takes me out. Sometimes we stay home and eat. But yeah. Get some St. Louis merch. Check out my friend's Nerd Cave. Maybe a concert. And I need to call Eric and see if it's still on. I'll let you know, Visions, which concert it is. Because Eric likes a lot of music. I'm the movie guy. Eric's kind of like you and Bukkake. He likes movies like you guys. But Eric does like music. And the last time we went and saw the Steve-O show, which was pretty cool, because I like Steve-O, but I kind of miss the crazy Steve-O. Now that he's getting into his 50s, he's not as crazy because he's healthy, he's sober. Back in the day, he'd be like, oh yeah, dude, I'm Steve-O. I'll do whatever the fuck I want, man. Yeah. But I admire him for cleaning up his act. Somebody told me that he's not going out with that Lux girl anymore, which is so stupid. Now he's going out with some tattoo girl, which I don't really care because, there's a lot of sexy girls out there with tattoos, but Lux was fucking smoking hot. So if he got rid of her, I'd be like, why the hell would you get rid of Lux? She had tattoos. She's hot as fuck. She's smart. She's a filmmaker. She's a fashion designer. She's rich. I'm like, why the fuck would you get rid of her? But now he's going out with this other rich girl with tattoos, so. And he posted it all over his Facebook. So, yeah. So, that really wasn't a concert, but I got some cool footage from my vlog. And you guys saw the vlog. I tried to get as close to the stage as possible, but there was so many people. I stood on a chair and I was like, yo! Steve-O, what's up? He looked up and he went like this. He looked right at my camera. He looked right at my camera and was like, yo, what's that, dude? And I was like, oh my God. He looked right at my vlog camera. I got it in the vlog. I said, the fans are going to be going fucking nuts. I wanted to go on the stage, but then he walked off the stage after signing autographs. And I was like, fuck. I wanted to get in the front and be like, hey, dude, can I come on stage and get you in my vlog? Because you know how crazy he is. He probably would have pulled me up on that stage, but I couldn't get there in time. I ran. I was sitting way up in the rafters, and I ran down just to get that. So, yeah. Anyway. Yo, Walter, what's up, dude? And what's up, Alex? Good to see you. An enigma is too close to the N-word. Crumbles. Well, I mean, he says the N-word a lot, Lantern. Well, sometimes he's an enigma headed-ish. I hear you, Visions. Because I'm telling you, Scout's Honor, he gave me 3 responses. No, I'm going to go hang out with my family and check out the fireworks. And I'm thinking to myself, if that's true, Lantern, great. I'll do a longer live for the fans and hang out. I said, I'll cover you because family time is very important. And then yesterday, I don't know. I went, okay. So now it's I don't know. And then literally, I shit you not, Ask Lantern. 2 minutes later, he calls me back. Yeah. I may be going live, Fears. I went, oh, okay. I'm like, well, if you do go live, Lantern, I'll be there. So I don't know what to tell. I don't know what to tell you guys. Maybe, I guess. Anyway. So it is what it is. But good to see you, Walter. And big news, Walter, you promised that you'd be on my my birthday live stream. So look forward to that. All right, let's get back to this. Vintage stock slackers. What else? Oh, White Castle, because there's one White Castle in Orlando, but I always get emos and White Castle when I'm in town. I always go to the St. Louis Arch when I'm in town, so St. Louis Arch. Because it's always cool to get some footage there. Arch, and then... What else? What else? Really, that's the only thing I got planned so far. Oh, go to church and check and say hello to my my St. Louis church family. St. Louis church family. And I'll probably have lunch with them. What else? I think that's it. All right. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. But yeah, let me know if Lantern goes live, though. But check out the mug that Larry got me. Famous Lefties. So I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. And I'll be back in a flash, Jack. So yeah, here we are. I'm back. I am back. I was just taking a crone's dump. Alright. There we go. Alright. I'm back. Visions, you were kind of giving everybody a play-by-play in the Discord, and then I went along with it. He's like, shh, everyone be quiet. Fears is taking a dump right now. And I was like, that's right. I said, I'm taking a crone's dump in progress right now. And then I went, shh, I just farted too. So there you go. I'm not really sensitive today. It just is, Quentin is so fucking annoying. He starts some shit, and he's all this, and there's never any action. So I shut his bitch ass up quick. Because he's a crybaby little bitch. You know? And you guys know I hate him. So, plus, I wasn't even talking to the prick. Larry made a joke. I was joking around with Larry. Then here comes the little crybaby bitch with all of his stupid dumbass comments saying, well, I don't think anyone cares. And I said, well, guess what, Quinn? I said, I sure as hell don't care about what you have to say. So I'm like, shut your little bitch ass up. You know? And then, of course, what came next? The sweet little golden angel act that he always does, but I'm not buying it because he's the devil. He's the devil reincarnated into that fucking kid. I fucking hate that motherfucker. And then everyone's like, oh, Fear's like, you shouldn't say that. Why? I don't care about him. That's what I said in the Discord, and I meant every waking moment of it because I do not care about Quentin. The quicker he dies, the better off I'll be. I'm just being honest. I do not like the fucking kid. It's just the truth. I don't like to lie to you guys. I would rather tell you guys the truth. So he may have started it, but I sure as hell fucking finished it. So there it is. Anyway, let's see here. Walter says, hello, y'all. What's up, Walter? What's up, Alex? Well, sometimes he's an enigma headish. This is true. This is very true. We're getting a Jack in the Box. Very true, Dave. Very true. When you gotta go, you gotta go. All right, what's next? Let's do, let's see. I finished with my vacation plans. Let's start with a movie review, shall we? All right, buddy. Here we go. I finished it last night. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're talking with the big boys here. So, yeah. So, I had to, now, I'll be honest, Visions. The other night, I fell asleep. So, my horror movie card was almost revoked. I had to redeem myself. And I watched it last night from the start. I didn't just pick up where I left off. I restarted it, watched it from start to finish, got a good old nice review, and I finally found it in a steelbook. Now I've got it on all three versions. In the back room, I've got it on Blu-ray, I've got it on DVD, which I'm not going to get rid of. I'm going to keep my DVD, I'm going to keep my Blu-ray, because I love this movie so much, and now I've got it on a steelbook. Oh yeah. All right, here we go. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, hang on. There we go. My phone keeps going off. Somebody texted me. Give me 1 second. Oh my God. Oh Lord. All right. So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Here we go. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Listen, It is one of the greatest horror movies of all time. So why wouldn't Fears give it a 10 out of 10? It's right up there with Michael Myers. Michael Myers, the Halloween 1978 classic John Carpenter. I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10. Texas Chainsaw, Toby Hooper. I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Let's see. Best kill. This is kind of hard because every kill in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre is fucking great. It's a perfect film. Some parts of it's funny. A lot of it's terrifying. It's creepy. It's creepy as all hell. So it's going to be hard to pick the best kill, but I really like, I mean, of course, the meat hook, you know, where he hangs the woman on the meat hook. That's a classic. Then she's in the freezer, like, oh, all that crap. But I got to go with, I've got two. I can't pick between these two. The first one where he's all like, Linda, or whatever the hell her name is. I forgot her name. And it's the disco guy in the disco shirt. And he's like, anybody home? Anybody home? Leatherface comes out, just bashes the shit out of him, you know, in his head. Then it cuts to his body, like laying on the ground, and his leg is twitching, and you see blood coming out of his head, right? Then Leatherface grabs the body, and he just fucking shink, like closes that metal door super fast. And that's my first favorite kill. I mean, all the kills are good, and it's a perfect film. I mean, fucking perfect. But that's one of my favorite kills. So, the metal door kill. The metal door kill. And number 2 kill, I gotta go with the hitchhiker getting, I mean, he doesn't just get run the fuck over by that truck. He gets fucking decimated. He's all like, ah! Bam! He gets hit in the face with the truck. The wheels go over his body. So the hitchhiker getting killed is, that's my second favorite kill. The hitchhiker kill. If I had to pick a third one, it would be Franklin's kill, because I feel so bad for Franklin. He's in a wheelchair, so he didn't even have, like, Sally ran her ass off, but Franklin cannot run his ass off. He's already fucked. He comes flying out of the trees, and he's like, oh, fucking chainsaw right in his chest. So he didn't even have any time to react. He was just like, yeah, whatever, you're dead. And I was like, well, damn. It's crazy. So the hitchhiker kill. Let's see. Vision says, still super funny you fell asleep during TCM, but watched Little Mermaid, Snow White, and Hocus Pocus. My side hurts. Yeah, but not all in one night, though, Visions. The plan was this. Because Snow White had just came out, I'm like, all right, I'll watch Little Mermaid and Hocus Pocus the next day. Because I was like, oh, I'm starting with a Disney movie. So the night I fell asleep, it was supposed to be this and Snow White. And then the next day I was going to do Little Mermaid and all the other ones, you know. I should have watched this first. But I watched Snow White first. And then I threw it in. I was about 25 minutes into it. And then I fell asleep. And when I woke up, it was the part where she jumps out the window and runs for her life. And I was like, fuck, I'm going to have to rewatch it. But I did rewatch it. So I think I redeemed myself. I'm sorry that your side hurts, buddy, but listen, you guys already know going in. Fears likes my horror movies, but I do like my Disney movies too. I do like Disney. I Disney vlog it up all the time. You guys are just going to have to deal with it, you know. Philip says, I remember the TV commercial. You know what, Dave? In honor of you, you know, because you're probably I'm not saying this to hurt your feelings. Dave's probably one of my oldest fans. And me and Dave are going to hang out. I'm going to have him on the podcast soon. A young guy and an old guy bullshitting about movies. And be sure to thank Dave. 7 years in the Navy. Hell yeah. Dave, I'm going to look for a Texas Chainsaw Massacre TV commercial right now. I'm going to watch one. Because I've never seen one. I've never seen a TV commercial for it, Dave, so I'm going to look it up. Let me look one up and I'll review it right now, Dave. I don't even know. You know what? I'm just going to write this in. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Now there's a video game. I would love for me and LC to play that game. TV commercial. Let's see what pops up. I've seen the remakes, I've seen the old ones. I've never seen a commercial about it though. Let's watch a commercial. I've seen the Nike one. You ever seen the Nike one, Dave? The Nike Chainsaw Massacre TV commercial. That one's great. Some guy or some girl, whatever's getting ready for bed, and then all of a sudden, a guy in a white mask with a chainsaw. So I think they had to change it up because if they would have dressed him up like Freddy in the commercial, he would have got sued. So it's some type of killer with a white mask and a chainsaw. So a little bit of Michael, a little bit of Leatherface, chasing someone, and it's either a girl getting ready, to go to sleep, and she's in her bathroom or whatever, and then she puts her Nike shoes on and fucking runs out, and then it's basically like supporting Nike shoes. So I'm gonna watch that one first. This one's fucking great. I've seen this one. Oh yeah, she's starting the shower. Typical horror movie bullshit. She takes off her shirt. Here we go. She's getting ready for bed. Oh my God. Look, I love it. So he comes flying through the bathroom, right, Dave? You've got to see this one. Her Nike shoes are right beside her in the bathroom. He comes barreling in. He chainsaws the fuck out of the mirror. Then she jumps into her Nike shoes and she fucking takes off running out of the cabin. I'm fucking already losing it. Oh, this is great. She's got her athletic bra on. She's got her shoes on. This is a good Nike commercial. So the joke of it is she's running so fast in her Nike shoes that the killer starts panting like that. Well, he doesn't have the right shoes on. So the girl outruns the stupid killer because she's got her Nike shoes on. Nice! That's impressive. That's impressive. Hell yeah. It says, with Nike, you live longer. And then you just see the killer. He takes off his mask and he's panting and he fucking walks away and he puts the chainsaw down. Dave, I got to put this commercial in a vlog. I'll probably put this commercial like maybe in one of my Halloween vlogs because that's fucking hilarious. So it was, the Nike commercial was kind of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. But I'm going to look up an actual one. So hopefully that's the one that you were talking about, Dave. I remember the TV commercials. Well, let me try to find an actual like Texas Chainsaw commercial. Dave, if you haven't seen that one's great. There's a TV commercial. It says Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the Next Generation commercial. Let's watch this one real quick.
20 years ago, 5 teenagers made a wrong turn and ended up dead.
Oh, shit.
Now, they got off easy.
I like this narrator. This narrator is very 80s, very 90s.
Leatherface is back. This time he brought the family.
Oh, shit.
Are you having fun?
And you know what's funny about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation is that was Matthew McConaughey's very first film. His very first acting gig. He's super young. He did an episode of Unsolved Mysteries. Have you ever watched the old Unsolved Mysteries? His very first on-camera television appearance was Unsolved Mysteries, which is not a bad gig, but his very first movie ever, was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation. So there it is. So yeah. Bukagi says, damn, I might have to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre Night. Oh yeah, watch it. It's good. I haven't seen it in quite a while. And now I got the Steelbook. I had to. I had to get the Steelbook. So that's right. Vision says, I don't care, it just makes me giggle. It made me giggle too, Visions. I'm not gonna deny it because I'm watching it, I'm enjoying it. I'm like, oh yeah, there's the fucking crazy like hitchhiker stabbing himself with the fucking knife. Then he stabs Franklin, and I'm like, oh shit. And it had been a while since I watched the film, right? So it had been a while. I'm just telling you, that couch I love, but the couch is a son of a bitch sometimes because Bukaki, you hit it right on the nail. When Fears watches a movie, I like to watch it in comfort. I got my Ghostbuster blanket. I'm all like this. I'm all comfy, cozy. And then I just kind of, put my head down. I kind of sink my head down and I'm watching the film. And then sometimes I make it through it and sometimes I don't. And at least I get a nap though. I get a nap every once in a while, I gotta get on the naps too. So I kill two birds with one stone. I get to watch a film. I watch it in comfort. Comfy, cozy. So there it is. So even I laughed about it, Visions. I laughed. So yeah. By the way, I'm going to take your price on the stickers. I'm probably going to get some made after I get done in August with my family. So I'll probably email you, Visions, because there's not a button that says, I think it'd be 10 times easier if you have a button like how on your website. I'm just giving you some advice. I'm not telling you how to run your business. You know how you click on it, says make your own shirt, make your own sticker. Click on it, give you the information, bada bing, bada boom. If you don't, then I'll just email you and say, hey, this is how this sticker is. I like Bukaki's idea. Take the face of Fears and at the bottom, maybe on my chin, just follow FearsMan26 on YouTube. And then for Fears vlogs, I may just go with the yellow words in that scary font with the red YouTube symbol, and then just add on follow Fears at Fears vlogs on YouTube. So I think that's what I'll do. But if I think of anything else, I'll let you know. But that'll be towards the end of August. Because I need to get some stickers made. Because I like handing them out to fans when I'm at the conventions. Plus, I want a sticker to put on the movie prop shelf. Hell yeah. Let's see. Bukagi says, I'm starting working my way through those 100 horror DVDs I bought, so I might have to watch it later. Watch it, buddy. It's good. An old classic never dies. Leatherface going fucking nuts, going fucking ballistic, One of the best scenes is towards the end, which I'm going to get to in just a minute. So yeah. All right. So those are the two best kills. Here's my favorite scene. I've got two favorite scenes. You can tell Sally is fucking terrified out of her goddamn mind. They've got her hunched over, here's the bucket, her head is over the bucket. They're putting the hammer in Grandpa's hand, hitting her on the back of the head. And I'm like, this family is fucking nuts. This family is fucking demented. She finally gets away and she dives right through the front window. runs down, like down the road of the farm. The hitchhiker's right behind her, basically slashing her in the back with a razor blade. I'm not kidding. He's doing this, and she's all like, she's going like that because every time she gets cut in the back, obviously it hurts. She's like, like that. Then you got Leatherface right behind the hitchhiker with the chainsaw. And that whole ending is my favorite scene. She gets to the road, she flags down the truck driver, and the truck kills the hitchhiker. Then the black truck driver opens up the door, sees Leatherface. You see how scared the black guy. He's like, oh shit. You see him dive into the truck with Sally. Then I don't know why they didn't just start driving away, but he dives in the truck with her. Then she exits the truck, and then he gets out of the truck. The black guy runs that way, like down the road. And then she flags down the pickup truck. She jumps inside the pickup truck, screaming her ass off, like, ah! And he's all chasing her with the chainsaw. She gets away, and then he does this this chainsaw like dance. He's like revving it and twirling it around. That whole ending sequence is my favorite. But I'm gonna name the scene Sally jumps out the front window. That's the best scene in my opinion. That whole ending sequence from when she gets away from the hitchhiker, because her head is right over the bucket. And she kind of hits the hitchhiker because he's holding her down while Grandpa's hitting her. And I've met John Dugan, the guy that played Grandpa, and he's nicest guy ever. And he goes, I remember in his interview, watch it on Fears Man 26. He either says it in the interview or when I asked him about it off camera, he says something like, it was an honor and we never thought in a million years it would become a cult classic. And now that it is a cult classic, he goes, I'm honored to be in it. He goes, it was me and my friends making a movie. And he goes, and they asked me at the last waking moment, hey, you want to be in it? And he's like, hell yeah, I want to be in it. So yeah. So Sally jumps from the window, or through the window, I should say. Through the window. And then my second favorite scene is when Franklin gets killed and then Sally and Leatherface run through the woods, and then she runs around the barbecue like gas station, goes through the door, and the old guy grabs her, and then he's pretending that he doesn't know what's going on. Like, oh yeah, I'll call the cops. Yeah, it'll be all right. It'll be okay. And then she quickly finds out that the old guy is playing her for a fool. And she's like, oh, no, don't take me back. And he's like, oh, I'm taking you back. I'm taking you back to that fucking house. You know, so yeah. So, yep. So, killing Franklin is by far my second favorite scene. And you know what, Visions? It had been a long time since I had seen it. I completely forgot that they go visit Sally and Franklin's old house that their dad used to own, and now it's like a piece of crap. I forgot about that whole scene. Them visiting, and it's ironic. Their old house is over here, and then the guy and the girlfriend's like, hey, Franklin, where's that watering hole? We want to go for a swim. They go, there's no more water in the water hole, and then they look over the hill, and that's where the Sawyer family lives. So I'm like, damn, that sucks. Their old house is here, and then over the ledge is the Sawyer house, just maybe 2 miles that way. And I'm like, that's very convenient, you know? But yeah. Anyway. So, all in all, it's a great film. I highly recommend it. And I'm going to watch it again around Halloween time because it's that good. Lots of horror. Lots of action. And even though it's a very, I mean, they didn't have a lot of money making this film. You can tell by the film. It's on a very slim shoestring budget. But I'm glad that they had no money making it because it makes it even 10 times creepier. It looks like someone took their video camera. Not even like a Panasonic, like camera. Not like a Panasonic movie camera. It looks like someone just grabbed mom and dad's video camera and just, filmed it like that. I like that low grade quality because it makes it 10 times more creepier that way. Because it's a creepy film. Don't get me wrong. It's a good film, but it's creepy as all fucking hell. It's creepy. So, very creepy. I'm going to say it like this. Very creepy, but very good. Cult classic. But yeah. Crumble says, have you seen Dazed and Confused? I think that's Matthew McConaughey's first film. No, I think that came after. I remember him doing it. Hang on, let me ask Meta. I remember him giving an interview saying that he just graduated college and he heard that they were making Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. Now, his very first television appearance was that episode that he did with Unsolved Mysteries. But let me, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it, but I'm pretty damn sure his very first film was Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation. Hey, Meta, I have a question about Matthew McConaughey. What was his very first movie ever?
Matthew McConaughey's film career started with a short film called Chicano Chariots in 1992, where he worked as a director. His first big screen appearance was in the 1993 film My Boyfriend's Back, playing a minor role as Guy 2. However, his breakthrough role came later with Dazed and Confused in 1993, where he played David Wooderson. So, technically, Chicano Chariots was his first project, but My Boyfriend's Back...
I've never even seen that Chariots movie, so that's his very first movie then. All right, thanks, Meta. That was his first film then. So, we were both wrong, Crumbles. You were wrong and I was wrong, because I've never even heard of that one. But watch, I'll ask what is... Hey, Meta, is it true that Matthew McConaughey's first television appearance was an episode on Unsolved Mysteries?
Yes, that's true. Matthew McConaughey's first television appearance was indeed in an episode of Unsolved Mysteries in 1992. After that, he went on to work in television commercials and eventually landed his breakthrough role in the film Dazed and Confused.
So, yeah, there we are. I've never even heard of that Chariots movie. I'll have to check it out. Let's see. Bukagi says, damn. He said, damn, there are 10 Texas... Is there really? Hang on. Hey, Meta. My friend said there's 10 Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. Can you name all 10 for me?
There seems to be some confusion about the number of Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. According to recent sources, there are actually 9 movies in the franchise. These include the original 1974 film, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, followed by sequels like The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 and Leatherface, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Other notable films are Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre Remake in 2003, and Texas Chainsaw 3D. The franchise also includes Leatherface, a prequel, and the 2022 film Texas Chainsaw Massacre, a direct sequel to the original.
So there's 9.
There are indeed 9 films in the...
You were close, Bukaki. 9. 9. He says, whoops, miscounted. Okay, smart ass Meta. Yeah, fuck you, Meta. I would rather take Bukaki's, because you and Visions are the movie masters. Well, You guys are the horror movie masters. Because you guys have seen a lot more. Because you and Visions have told me about some hilarious ones. Like Blood Diner. I'm still looking for Blood Diner. The commercial, or the trailer for that one's great. Like some rich British guy's like, oh yeah, would you like to see our menu, sir? And then like some dorky guy's with his wife. He's like, yeah, what are you serving? And then they sit down and they grab the menu, right? They grab the menu. All of a sudden the back door flies open and there's all these zombies like, and there's fucking blood coming out of their nose and blood coming out of their mouth. And I was like, I cannot wait to watch fucking Blood Diner, man. Motherfucking Blood Diner. There it is. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Sometimes when you have less money to work with, cause you to be more creative. I agree. That's why I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, because you can tell they didn't even have a proper movie camera. It looks like somebody shot it like on an 8mm camera, like a home. It looks like home movies. That's what I'm trying to say. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, they used what they had. It looks like it's not even a real camera. It looks like home movies that gone awry. And one of the best shots is when that girl is sitting on the swing and they film, like if this is the swing, you guys have seen the scene I'm talking about. Her boyfriend's on the front porch. She gets off the swing. And if this is the swing, the shot goes under the swing, comes back up, and pans forward. That's one of the best shots in the film. In my opinion, that's one of the best shots. But the best scenes are the ones that I picked out. But yeah. So I 100% agree with you, Bukaki. So again, I learned this in theater. When I trained to be an actor, I learned it in film school. Less is always more. Less is more. Always. So yeah. Oh man. Can you tell Lantern to start his show so we can get the music out of the way? Kate, I think he's with his family. I've called Lantern 3 times today, and he hasn't picked up. I think he's with his family. So yeah. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. Have you seen Dune? No, well, I've never seen Dune. You guys have told me about Dune. Damn. Excuse me. My apologies. I've been eating too much celery. Oh, my Lord. I've heard of it, and I watched the trailer. It's on the list. I do plan on seeing it. I think Lantern might be watching fireworks. The boy needs to learn to do in real life streams. Well, thanks to Pixel, I've gotten way more subs, and I'm going to tell you guys my new sub count. Because almost every time I do an in real life stream, I get at least 1 or 2 new subs. And I'm like, hell yes. And I had to do 2 in real life. I was only going to do 1 today. I got my, I haven't got my car cleaned in like 2 months. I thought, well, before my family gets here, I'm like, I need to clean that out and vacuum. And my car wash works like this. If you buy a car wash, you get the vacuums for free. So I went, okay. So I started the live, and about halfway through the car wash, that live lasted, 10 minutes. Maybe because I started outside and then I went inside the building for the car wash, the internet crapped out, and I went, fuck. So then, once I got to the area where you start vacuuming, I just restarted it, and that live lasted 22 minutes, and then I got some BK Lounge for lunch, because I haven't had BK Lounge in like 2 or 3 months, so yeah. So, you guys got 2 lives out of that. Well, now, technically 3 with this one. Vision says, there's a movie Toby did called Eggshells. It's like hippie stuff filmed in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house. Not very good, but cool to see the house in a different way. Really? Well, I've never even seen the trailer for Eggshells, so I'll look that up. And you know what, Visions? You know what's crazy is, because the Texas Chainsaw Massacre has become like a cult classic, Now fans, they turned that White House, the famous Sawyer house, into a bed and breakfast, and they sell barbecue there too. So at some point, I want to go and get some barbecue from that fucking house, you know, and film inside. That would be a great movie location to go to. I want to go to that house and film all, and I want to go to that gas station and all that crap, you know, where Sally runs around and then the old man's waiting. He's like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. She's like, call the police. And he's like, well, there's nobody out there now. And da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, you're lying through your teeth. Fucking Leatherface is out there, you old son of a bitch. So, yeah. So, 2 on my list. At some point, I don't know when, I'm going to go film in that old Sawyer house and get some barbecue. And at some point, I'm going to New York and I'm filming all of the TMNT movie locations and all the Ghostbuster ones, for sure. All right. So check it out. All right. Well, since Visions brought up that Eggshells one, I want to see that. I'm going to watch the trailer for that because I've never heard of it, and I've seen a lot of Tobe Hooper's films, but not all of them because I've never even heard of Eggshells. So let's check it out, shall we? Let's check it out. Eggshells trailer. Now, Visions, did he film that before Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or did he film that after? I'm just curious because I've never even heard of it. Never heard of it. So, yeah. Never even heard of it. Have you seen The Hills Have Eyes? Dave, I've got the second one right here. Visions and Bukkake told me about it. So I've got The Hills Have Eyes 2. I found this at Barnes & Noble. But I'm not watching this until I watch the original. I'm not going to watch this until the original. I just like to decorate my set with movies and movie props when I do my show. But Vision said, this one's more funny and more wild and wacky and crazy. But he said the first Hills Have Eyes is fucking terrifying. And I can't wait to watch it. Hell yeah. I've seen the trailer. I've seen the trailer for this. I've seen the trailer for Hills Have Eyes. So I kind of know what it's about. But I've never actually seen it. But I cannot wait to order the first one and watch the first one. So yeah. Let's see. Walter says, I'm about to watch Dune and was wondering if it's worth watching. Well, from the fans, Walter, they say the old one is good and the new ones are good. So hell yeah. Vision says, yeah, it was a few years earlier before Texas Chainsaw. Okay, I was just curious. So they actually use the same house. That's cool. So yeah, I'm planning to watch this, but hopefully I can find The Hills Have Eyes 1 when I'm on vacation. If not, then I'm going to order it. Because I want to see it. Anyway, let's look up this eggshell thing. Let's see. Eggshells. Eggshells. Well, it's got to be either a 60s film or a 70s because they shot the Texas Chainsaw Massacre in the 70s. Eggshells trailer. Let's see here. 1972. Damn. Okay. That is old as hell. Wow, 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 wow. Well, let's have a little watch. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, wow, yeah. I'll be honest, Visions, it looks like the same house, but the way he filmed it, it's weird. It's the same house, but he just filmed it at different angles. So it looks like a completely different house. It's kind of fucking weird, but that's cool. That's cool. I guess the movie takes place in the basement because most of this trailer is in the basement of that old house. So, interesting. It's definitely a creepy basement. Okay. This trailer was kind of like a time lapse. I don't know how you did time lapses in the 70s, but it was a time lapse of him going down into the basement and then exploring the basement of that house. And I guess he made that trailer was made in 1972. I don't know what the movie's about, but that trailer was very interesting, and the way he shot it, it looked completely different, but it was the same house. But it looked really fucking weird and really fucking creepy. So, interesting. Very, 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 very interesting. But cool. I'll give him that. It was cool. But yeah. Let's see. There's a cool documentary titled, Dune, about the Dune movie that never come. Oh, okay. Nice. There's a knockoff movie called Planet Dune. I've never seen that, but Dave, I'm sure you've seen it because you're older. I loved Forbidden Planet. I fucking loved it. Forbidden Planet with Leslie Nielsen. Oh my, it was so fucking good. It was like 1956, 1957. Visions, if you haven't seen that, watch it. Forbidden Planet is fucking mind-blowing. It's fucking great. Blue Khaki, watch that. Forbidden Planet. So good. So good. Epic. It's amazing. All right. Let's move on, shall we? Let's move on. But yeah, Forbidden Planet. Hell yeah. All right. I watched Rush Hour 1 today. All right. A little bit of Rush Hour. Good comedy. I think that's Jackie Chan's first American film, I think. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure he's made a lot of karate movies in China, but I think that was his first American film. Hang on. Hey, Meta, just to clarify something, was Rush Hour Jackie Chan's first American film?
No, Russia wasn't Jackie Chan's first American film.
No, not Russia. Rush Hour. Was Rush Hour his first American film?
No, Rush Hour wasn't Jackie Chan's first American film. As I mentioned earlier, he had already appeared in several films before Rush Hour, such as The Big Brawl in 1980 and Rumble in the Bronx in 1995.
Oh, that's right. That's right. He did Rumble in the Bronx. That's right. Never mind, Meta. Never mind. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. Rumble in the Bronx. Rumble in the Bronx is pretty good, too. Rumble in the Bronx is fucking epic. Rumble in the Bronx. I forgot about those. Yeah. I'll admit it. I was wrong. I forgot about that one. Yeah. And I think it was Rumble in the Bronx. I think it was. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that in theater. I didn't see it in the theater, but my dad loved karate movies, so me and my dad rented it one night and we watched it. So yeah. Fears, you gotta call Leonard and wake him up. I've tried. I've called him 3 times. I've called the guy 3 times. I don't know where the hell he is. You know? Vision says Rumble in the Bronx rocked. I agree, Visions. He's so fast in that movie. It's like, I mean, he's doing fucking karate moves, and he kind of copied a little bit of Bruce Lee doing the 1-inch punch. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. It's good stuff. That dumb little kid was playing a Game Gear that didn't even have a game in it. I remember you telling me that story, Visions, and when I watched it back, I was like, that is shitty props, and that's shitty acting. If you're gonna have a kid play a video game, have the fucking kid play a goddamn video game. I don't mean to take the Lord's name in vain, but if you're willing to make, all right, so give him a Game Boy, give him a Game Gear, whatever. Actually put a fucking game in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Anyway. But I agree. Rumble in the Bronx is a pretty good movie. And he's so fast. I love the karate moves. I love when he takes the refrigerator door. Oh, no. I'm sorry. He opens up the freezer of a refrigerator, throws the door open, hits the bad guy in the face, and his head goes back, and then he grabs the refrigerator door, throws the refrigerator door open, hits the guy in the chest, then he grabs the guy, throws him in the fridge, and closes both doors. That's one of my favorite parts in Rumble in the Bronx. But that whole movie, he's lightning fast. That is a good movie. I need to rewatch that, Visions. I haven't seen that in ages. I've not seen that one in ages. So yeah. Let's see. I forgot which Late Show it was, but Jackie Chan said he's never been in a fight other than getting punched in the face as a kid once. Really? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That I did not know about, Banjo. He says that happens at Malcolm in the Middle. Dewey's playing a Game Boy with no game. But then again, maybe he's just being Dewey. This is true. It just makes sense to me. Somebody on that set, Visions, must have been slacking. Hey, we're going to give a Game Boy to the kid. Well, make sure there's a fucking game in it. So that means when he's playing, I remember this scene, you can hear sound effects. So they must have just gave him the game without the fucking game in the Game Boy or whatever the hell it was, Game Gear, whatever the fuck it is. And they added in the video game sound effects. That is bullshit. So he's just like, doing that with no game. Give him an actual fucking game to play. I don't know. Whatever. Slacking. But besides that, Rumble in the Bronx is pretty good. It's pretty good. 10 out of 10. Good karate film. All right, Rush Hour. I'm going to give it a 9.7 out of 10. It's pretty good. Good buddy cop film. So I'm going to do my favorite scenes a little bit different. There's my favorite scenes with Jackie, and then there's my favorite scenes with Chris Tucker. My favorite Chris Tucker scene, he's like, damn, Chin, some greasy shit. I'm not going to eat this. Wait, he says, damn, Chin, this is some greasy shit. He goes, Chinese food, no soul food here. He goes, I didn't say anything about any no soul food. He goes, how you gonna sell a big box of grease? I'm not eating that shit. I'm no pung bitch. I ain't no pung bitch either. That's my favorite Chris Tucker scene. Damn Chin, some greasy shit. And then my favorite Jackie Chan scene, he gets himself in trouble because Chris Tucker says, what's up, the N-word. And then I guess Jackie doesn't know what that word is. It's not that part. The guy's like, what did you just say to me? And then he repeats it. And then he gets into this, he's in a pool hall and he gets into this bar fight and he uses all the pool table stuff. Like he takes a cue ball and smashes some guy's face. He takes the pool sticks and like karates the shit out of everyone with the karate. And he's like, I said I don't want trouble. So that fight scene is my favorite Jackie Chan scene in that movie. So yeah. So the pool hall fight scene. Let's see. Very funny. Lots of action. Juntao, the actual like bad guy, very good bad guy. Put your gun down. Fight like a man. I'm gonna kick your ass. Come on, put the gun down. And then he shoots the guy in the chest like 2 times. And I'm like, yeah, fuck you, Junetown. That's right. Don't fuck with Chris Tucker. Another Chris Tucker scene I like is when he's like, Clyde, what's up, man? You're late. What are you talking about? You're late. Like, I'm late, you're late. I was in the diner. I sat in the back of the diner, man. In the back of the diner. And he's like, you think I was going to do this shit up front? And he's like, don't be late again. And he's like, what's that? And he's like, that's C4. Yeah, that's C4. He's like, oh, shit. And then he's like, what's the problem? Nothing, man. He goes, I've been looking everywhere for some C4 shit. He goes, how the hell did you get this shit? And he's like, it's a hot ticket. That scene's pretty good, too. So, yeah. Let me see. I do recommend it. I do recommend it. All right. I'll try Visions. I'll try. I've seen a lot of Jackie Chan films, but not all of them. But I'll try. Name 10 that aren't Jackie Chan. Oh, wait, that aren't Jackie Chan? What, karate films? Wait, I'm confused on what you want me to do. Name 10 karate films that are not with him in it? Because I was about to name 10 Jackie Chan films, and then I misread that, so. I don't even know if I can name 10 Jackie Chan films, because I've seen a lot of his work, but not all of his work. Anyway, let me know. Oh, just 10 films that he's in? Oh, God. So 10 films that he's in that has nothing to do with karate. Oh, well, I mean, almost all of his films have karate in it. Like, even that spy movie where he plays the dorky guy, he's doing karate in that, where he takes care of the mom and the kids, and he's a spy, and he uses all the gadgets. He does karate in that, and then where he has that suit, that tuxedo, that's like a spy movie, but he's wearing that tuxedo. Anyway. I don't know what you meant. I was trying to figure it out because I was trying to do Jackie Chan, but almost everything that he's done has a little bit of karate in it. Almost everything. Anyway. All right. Has he really, Dave? Refused all parts that would portray him as a villain. I wouldn't care. I would play good. If I was an actor, like a Hollywood actor, I would play good guys. I would play bad guys. The only thing I wouldn't do is I would never play a Nazi. Because I wouldn't want to, because I'd never hear the fucking end of it. Because some trolls already think I'm a Nazi, and I'm like, fuck you, you know? So if I actually played a Nazi in a film, I would never hear the end of it. I hear about it every 10 years now, or whenever I bring it up, which I try not to. But I don't think I would ever want to play a Nazi. It's just not my cup of tea. But yeah. Anyway, I do recommend the first one. Tonight I'm going to watch Rush Hour 2. Let's see, what else? You know what? I'm going to watch Rush Hour 2. And I'm going to bring an old classic back. I'm going to watch The Blob tonight. Oh, yeah. Now, I've seen this before, buddy. But I have never rated it on my movie app. So I'm going to watch this tonight. And I'm going to watch a little bit of Rush Hour. Rush Hour 2. There we are. That's right. All right, next. Good old Mary Poppins. The sequel with Emily Blunt. I'd probably give the sequel a 7 out of 10. It's okay. It's all right. This one I grew up on because my mom's from England. 10 out of 10. One of my favorite Walt Disney films. One of my favorite Walt Disney. I would say it would be Aladdin. Aladdin first. Aladdin's my all-time favorite Disney film, but Walt Disney didn't make that because he wasn't alive when they made. So his company made Aladdin, but he was actually alive when they made this. So this is my favorite movie that he made when Walt Disney was still alive. Aladdin is my favorite movie that his company made after he passed away. So yeah, this is my favorite Disney live action film. So yeah. So my favorite Disney live action film. Mary Poppins. I'm gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a 9.2 out of 10 because there are a couple boring parts in it. 9.2 out of 10. My second favorite scene probably is when she's singing "Just a Spoonful of Sugar" because it's such an iconic scene and it's such an iconic song. So, "Spoonful of Sugar." That's my second favorite scene. My first favorite scene is probably when the dad fixes the kite and he gets fired, and it's like the best thing for him because then he can be at home with the kids and stuff. They go fly the kite, and then his boss, or one of his bosses, offers him a new position, and the family ends very happy and very cheerful. So, yeah. So, "Let's Go Fly a Kite" is probably my favorite part of the film. Let's go fly a kite. Oh yeah, Walter. Julie Andrews back in the day. Now she's like old and decrepit, but back in the day she was pretty hot. So I agree. Julie Andrews, and she was in The Sound of Music, which I've seen, but it's been a long time since I've seen The Sound of Music. I like her more as Mary Poppins, but she did a good job in The Sound of Music too. So yeah, I do recommend it. It is a classic Disney film. Classic Disney film. Check it out. All right. I'm going to try and call Lantern again because this will be my fourth time trying to call him because I have not been able to get a hold of that guy at all. At all. What do you rank Three's Company? What, the TV show? It's been a long time since I've seen Three's Company. I do like it. I think it's a funny TV show. It's been a long time since I've seen it, though. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. I like John Ritter. John Ritter's a great actor. It sucks that he passed away. And he was in a Chucky movie. He was in Bride of Chucky. And his last film that he did before he died was Bad Santa with Billy Bob Thornton. And that short black guy, I forgot his name. That short black actor was in Spaceballs. And he was also in Friday with Ice Cube. So, yeah. But it's been a long time, Walter, since I've seen Three's Company. It had John Ritter and then those two other girls in it. It's been so long since I've seen it. And I don't have that in my TV collection, but yeah. Oh, I did not know that, Dave. Dave says Mary Poppins was the second movie Disney did using sodium lighting, the predecessor to green screen. That I did not know. That's really cool. And I knew a lot about the Walt Disney Company because I did a report on him I did a report on Walt Disney my senior year of high school, and then I had to pick just one of my heroes. I have a lot of heroes in movies, but in one of my film school classes, my professor said, I want you to write a 10-page report. It says it has to be at least 1,000 words or more on one of your heroes in film. And I wrote a 10-page paper on Walt Disney and his career and his life and a bunch of his movies. And I got an A on it. Because there's other, like, I love George Lucas for Star Wars. I like Steven Spielberg, for, Indiana Jones and the Goonies. He wrote the story. He didn't direct Goonies, but he came up with the story. He wrote the story for the Goonies. So, yeah. He was the voice of Clifford, the big red dog. That I didn't know. Walt Disney was? I know he was the voice of Mickey Mouse before he died. I had no idea he was the voice of Clifford. I did not know that. I had no idea. I agree, Walter. I agree. He said John Ritter rocked. Oh, he did. He was a good actor. All right, I'm going to try and call Lantern again. This is my 4th time trying to call him. So he's either asleep or he's still with his family. I seriously doubt he's doing a show tonight. But if he does, that'll be awesome. But we'll see. Because I heard I'm doing a show, I'm not doing a show, I'm with my family, I don't know, Fears. And I'm like, well, it's got to be something, Lantern. Which is it? I'll try to give him another call. I'll try to give him a call. I seriously think he's with his family, though. I think he's with his family. Well, there may not be a Lantern show tonight. I don't know. We'll see. He didn't pick up, Banjo. That's why I went night, because I was like, well, if Lantern doesn't do a show, then I'm going to pick up the slack and I'm going to do a longer show. So, yeah. Oh, man. Oh, God, I'm getting tired. But it's awesome. I don't have to go to work tonight because I get the 4th of July off tomorrow. Hell yeah. That's right. Oh, John Ritter. Oh, my bad, Dave. I was like, yeah, I thought Disney died before that. Okay, I got you. I'm getting tired. I did not know that John Ritter was Clifford, the big red dog. That's interesting. Oh, somebody texted me. I'll text him back later. I had no idea. That's cool, Dave. I had no idea. Huh. That's awesome. Very, very cool. All right. Let's see. What's next? You know what? I think I'm going to save this review for tomorrow. So tonight, I'm going to watch Rush Hour 2 and the 80s classic, The Blob. Now, I know this is the remake, Visions, but I cannot wait. I cannot wait to watch the original Blob. Because I love Forbidden Planet, and I love those old 50s monster movies. And I'm saving all, like, Dracula and King Kong and all that shit for Halloween. Because I got a big-ass Universal Monster Blu-ray. They're all on Blu-ray. Abbott and Costello meet Frankenstein, meet the werewolf. I'm going to watch as many of those old movies around Halloween time. Oh, fuck yeah. I cannot wait. Hell yeah. Oh, I agree. The remake rules. So I highly suggest watching this, my friends. I've already watched it, but I'm going to watch it again. But I haven't reviewed this on my movie app. So I'm watching this tonight. And I'm watching Rush Hour 2. And the same girl right here, she plays in almost all of the. She plays Amanda. She plays in Saw, in the Saw series. Which I gotta watch all those and review those for you guys because it's been a while since I've watched those. But I'm definitely gonna watch a lot of those Universal monster movies around Halloween time because some of those I've seen and some of those I've never seen. So yeah. But I agree. The Blob. Watch it if you've never seen the remake. Like, I loved Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You guys told me about that one. I've seen the remake, but I've never seen the 50s original one. I love this one, but I've never seen the original Blob. Can't wait to get it and can't wait to watch that one. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the 70s, 80s one, that one's phenomenal. I love that one. It's fucking great. Well, here's the thing about the Saw movies, Bukaki. They made too many of them. Now, I will admit, these are the only ones I like. I like, obviously, the first one, Saw. I like Saw 2, and I like Saw 3 because they kill. Actually, John Kramer gets killed in the third one. The second one, you see him in his prime as an evil villain. The first one, you invent the monster, and then I like the 11th one. It's either the 10th or the 11th. Visions. I told you went and saw it, and I went and saw it too. The one, it's a prequel where he after he finds out he gets sick, he goes to Mexico, and they're like, "Oh yeah, there's this miracle cure," and people fuck him out of all of his retirement money, and so it's because it's a prequel. That's when he decides, "Oh, well, these people are evil." And they said there's a miracle cure for my cancer. And then they fucked me and took all my money. Well, I'm going to hunt all these people down and I'm going to kill them, you know? So that one I enjoyed too. So if you want to watch them in order, I believe it's the 11th one. That one's just called, I think that one's just called, hang on. Let me look them up. Hang on. Tell me the order of the Saw film series. Let's see here. So this is how it goes. So let me just grab this photo. So if you want to watch in order, you watch Jigsaw. That's the very first one when he finds out he gets sick, and it's kind of like it's a test run, and he does it in his old family's barn. Then so that's Jigsaw 2017. Then you watch Saw, which is the original. Then Saw 2, and then I forgot. Saw number 10, which is the one that Visions went and saw and I went and saw. You watch that next because I forgot. He does that in between Saw 1 and Saw 2. I thought he did it at the beginning. So you watch Jigsaw, Saw 1, Saw 2, then you watch Jigsaw, then Saw 10, then Saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then Spiral is number 8. So that's how you do it. There it is. That's a lot. I thought there was 11. There's 10 of those fuckers. There's 10 of them. Damn, that's a lot of Saw. But really, the only ones worth watching is not even Jigsaw. The prequel, it's okay. The only ones I've enjoyed so far is the original Saw, and then Saw 2, Saw 3, Saw 10, which is kind of a prequel, but it's in between 1 and 2. And then Spiral was okay. Spiral. So, but really, I only like those 4. I like 1, 2, and 3, and then Saw 10, where he goes to Mexico and tries to cure his cancer, and then he gets fucked over. Then he gets fucked over. So yeah, but he's like, oh, you're gonna fuck me, and I traveled all the way to Mexico, and you fuck me. Well, I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kill all of you, and I'm gonna get my money back. You know. So yeah. Saw 10 was the 11 because of Jigsaw, I think. It was surprisingly good. Is there 11? Hang on. I thought there was 10. Hang on. It was surprisingly good for that installment because they did something different, Visions. It wasn't the typical, oh yeah, let's kidnap some people and put them in an abandoned building and let them go through some bullshit trap and all that other crap. It was really John Kramer getting fucked over, you know? Let me make sure. It's either 10 in the series or 11. I thought it was 10. Give me a second. I'll find out. Hey, Meta, how many actual films are in the Saw series? Is it 10 or is it 11?
There are 10 films in the Saw series.
10.
The films in...
I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead. How many are they?
There are 10 films in the Saw franchise. These include the original Saw in 2004, followed by several sequels, Saw the Second through Saw 3D, then Jigsaw, Spiral, and most recently Saw X. Saw X actually takes place between the first and second films in the series. So, if you're looking to get into the series, you've got 10 movies to choose from.
So 10. There's 10 of them. So yeah. But it's kind of confusing, Visions, because you have to watch them in this order. You watch Jigsaw first, then 1, then Saw 10, because Saw 10 takes place between 1 and 2. So it's Jigsaw. That's when he finds out. That's when he finds out that his cancer is uncurable. That's when he finds out that he's got cancer, and so as a test run, he creates a game in his father's old barn. It takes the whole movie takes place almost entirely in a barn. Jigsaw, and then so there's that. Then it's 1. Then it's Saw 10. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9 and all that crap. So yeah. So there's 10 of them. There's a lot. It's crazy. But again, the only ones worth watching is 1, because the first one you see the monster created. The second one, you see the monster in his prime, where he's still kind of healthy. The third one, they kill Jigsaw off, so they kill the villain off, they kill the monster. And then the fourth one, which is number 10, is they did something totally different, and you see Jigsaw getting fucked over, and he's like, oh, you're gonna fuck me and make me believe there's some miracle cure for my cancer, and then take all my life savings and take other people's life savings? Well, fuck you, I'm getting all my money back, and I'm gonna kill all you motherfuckers in the process. So I like that one because they did something actually different. It's not the same bullshit, hey, let's kidnap someone and put them in an abandoned building and make your choice, live or die, all that bullshit, So yeah. Clifford, starring Martin Short, is more terrifying than any of the Saw films. That is a crazy film, Crumbles. Martin Short is crazy in that fucking movie. It's up there with Elm Street and Friday the 13th. Oh yeah, it's good. The original Saw is nuts. Oh, my bad. I wasn't even half right. Nope. But I believed you, Visions. I was like, I think there's either 10 or 11, because there's a lot. And I almost guarantee you they're going to make an 11th film, because people love John Kramer, people love Jigsaw, people love Billy the Puppet. At some point they're going to make an 11th film. They are. They don't need to, but they will. They will. So eventually you will be right, Visions, and they'll make an 11th one. I put every amount of money on it. I guarantee you. Someday they'll make an 11th film. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. All right. Well, I'm getting hungry. I already had a shower, and I'm going to try to I'm about 10 minutes away from finishing this vlog, so I'm going to either upload it late tonight or I'm going to finish it and upload it tomorrow. But the next vlog is going to be me and LC's Lego hangout where we go to Disney Springs and all that crap. The next one after that, I think I'm going to do the big-ass Lego convention that me and LC went to, but I want to get that hangout up first because that just happened a couple weeks ago, and I want to get all the new stuff up before I continue editing all the old stuff. But it should be up tomorrow, my friends. But I hope everybody has a good 4th of July, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. There you are. Well, technically, Tokes, that's the newest one. It goes 1. I'm sorry, it goes Jigsaw, and then Saw 10, then Saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then Spiral, which is the 9th one. So, yeah. It's a lot to remember. I've seen them all. Anyway, but yeah, I'll do a big 4th of July live stream tomorrow night, and hopefully Lantern does a live stream tomorrow night. I seriously doubt he's going to do one tonight, because I've tried to call him not once, not twice, but 4 times, and I haven't heard, so I think he's out and about with his family. Hopefully, it was raining tonight. I guarantee if it wouldn't have been raining tonight, they would have already started shooting off fireworks. It's pouring down right now. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's pouring down. I don't think it's supposed to rain tomorrow. So if any of my neighbors let off fireworks, I'm going to grab the vlog camera and start filming and get some fireworks in the vlog. And then I'll do a late live stream. But happy 4th of July to everybody. And I hope if you're celebrating with your friends, have a fun but safe time. If you're celebrating with your family, have a wonderful time. And if you're celebrating it by yourself like me, well, I'm not really by myself. I'm going to hang out with you guys tomorrow night. Just be safe no matter what you do. So, hell yeah. Anyway, I think the 3D one is Saw 3. I think so, Tokes, but don't quote me. Anyway, I'm taking off, but I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. And like I said, tonight I'm watching The Blob, and I'm watching Rush Hour 2. So I'll do all those reviews tomorrow, but it's always fun hanging out with the fans. Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my new friend David Phillips on YouTube. Subscribe to Tokes on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to Flesh Crumbles on YouTube. Subscribe to Bukkake on YouTube. Subscribe to the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on YouTube and his Twitch channel on YouTube, the Sega Camp Gamer 22. And last, but certainly not least, follow Fears at FearsMan26 on YouTube, the main channel, and follow my second channel, the channel that you're watching right now, Fears Vlogs. I would appreciate it. And before I go, I almost forgot, I'm going to tell you guys all the new subs that I got. So, because I've done all these in real life live streams, I've gotten some more subs. So now, the main channel, we are at 2,795. We are so close to hitting 3,000, my friends. So close. And then on the vlog channel, I was at 1,640 something. Now I'm at 1,655 subscribers. So again, we're so close to hitting 2,000 on the vlog channel. So tell your friends, tell your family. We're close to hitting all the monumental landmarks, or highlights, whatever you want to call it. We're close to achieving both goals on the main channel and the vlog channel. So, fingers crossed. My goal is to hit 3,000 on the main channel and 2,000 on the vlog channel by the end of the year. So hopefully we'll do it. I hope so. I really do hope so. If not, then we'll try to aim for it next year too. But anyway, I'm taking off. But Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, a comment, and a subscribe on both my channels. And this is Fears signing off. Peace. Deuces. And you guys have a wonderful night. Peace.